Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. You know, we're seeing a lot of deer out there. Fawns are reported to being dropped right now. Before you know it, we're going to start seeing the velvet on the head of deers, and the whole season will begin. It's never too early to start practicing with your bow and arrow. Get out there, whether it's a crossbow or a compound, shoot at 3D targets, shoot at paper targets. We were invited to Camp Freedom for the Mountain Archery Fest event, traveling show. They're hosting it on a weekend. You're going to hear from Jamie Bird and from Brandon Waddell.
Camp Freedom is a facility where we have over 2,300 acres now of private property where we take out disabled veterans, first responders, their families, and Gold Star family members to enjoy the outdoors. So up here is that we can hike, we can bike, we can snowshoe, we can identify birds, we can identify mushrooms, and of course we can hunt and we can fish and do shooting sports and shoot our bows as well.
Now, talk about bows. This is a major event, and you're housing it here at Camp. How much of your property are you using?
Absolutely. So we are using the entire property. Is that so we're using the same trail that we do our 7K race for, which is coming up next weekend. So we're using the same exact course for our Carbon Express TV course that's out there. And then we're even using down towards the bottom, towards the Lackawanna River. So we're using the entire thing for the courses.
Mountain Archery Fest is the most complete 3D archery shoot in the USA. We travel around. We got 7 locations throughout the US for Mountain Archery Fest. Our first location is Rome, Georgia, and then here in Carbondale, Pennsylvania. Then we head back to Soldier Hollow near Heber City, Utah. Then we go back to my hometown near Durango to Purgatory Resort.
So you're talking about pretty much west. You decided you're coming east. How's it working for you?
It's doing great. We're really glad we made the leap to come this way. You know, we built a good foundation in the West, a great crew, and a good company and team, and now we're just excited to be coming this direction.
Those guys have been absolutely phenomenal. So they came in last Friday and we're able to use our existing courses, our existing trails that we have, our red, green, and blue trail that we have clearly identified and clearly marked, plus some of our other smaller trails that we have. So we had the trails kind of marked and kind of laid out that we typically do when folks come up here to visit. And then Mountain Archery Fest came in with their guys and they just knocked this thing out. Is that they really put the grind in and came in and got everything evaluated for what they were looking for, and then basically got out on quads and a trailer and then just started setting the courses out. So this course is laid out on Circle Drive, and what's great about Circle Drive is that this is where their track mobility chair course is, so that individuals who are in a wheelchair can use the track mobility chairs that we have to come out and shoot the course. So the course is marked with these pink flags that tell you kind of what's coming up next, and then when you get to the white flag is that you have your 3D target there.
Oh, I see it.
Yep. And then that deer there. So
is there a timing to it, or you could take 1 shot, 2 shots?
So you'll take 1 shot, you'll go out, you'll score is that on the scoring ring, and then write down your score, and then come retrieve your arrow, come back on the course, and then on down to the next one.
The next one.
Yeah.
Way cool.
Yeah.
You making money on this too?
We are, yeah. Is that so? It's a wonderful thing. Is that so? Mountain Archery Fest with Camp Freedom is that we're able to open our doors up to people who aren't necessarily familiar with Camp Freedom and aren't necessarily familiar with what we do here to help out veterans, first responders, and Gold Star family members. And so that's what they've done, is that they've came up as a commercial entity to use our property and then be able to give back with that. And it's a great community. You know, is that we are conservationists and hunters at heart, and to have guys come in and shoot 3D archery with them, it's been a lot of fun. We've got some guys that we were able to hunt with this fall and come all the way from, like one of the guys came from New Jersey to come up here and stay with us and shoot, and so we've had so much fun doing this.
Nice.
Hey, before you go retrieve those, you're not from Pennsylvania.
No, sir.
No, you're darn right, no, sir. I love your accent, though. So where are you guys from?
We're from East Texas originally. Right on Highway 80 between Shreveport, Louisiana, and Dallas, Texas, right about halfway.
And you're up here in Pennsylvania. First of all, what do you think about these woods?
Beautiful.
Aren't they?
Yeah, Pennsylvania's been one of my favorite places to come. We worked here a couple years ago. We're now over in New Jersey. This was close enough to come get some good shooting in and meet a lot of great people, and it's been a blast.
Is it a competition? Is it friendship? Tell me about that.
It's a little bit of everything. We offer recreational and competitive shooting. We have 3 days of recreational shooting on the mountain and then 1 day of comp on Saturday. We wanted to offer the most complete 3D opportunity, right? We want to offer a little bit to everyone. We want everyone to embrace the sport of archery. We want them to all have an opportunity to grow in the sport and where they're at, and give them that space to be in a good, comfortable setting where we're all here like-minded shooters, and we all love the outdoors and conservation, and just giving a safe space for people to grow within the sport of archery.
So you dipped your toe in the Pennsylvania water. You coming back?
Absolutely, we're coming back.
So if somebody wants more information about this shoot or any of your other shoots, best way to get that?
You can find us on the web at Mountain Archery Fest, but you can stay a little bit more up to date with us on Facebook and Instagram, and that's a great way to stay connected.
As we roll into year 5 now, we've served over 6,300 veterans, first responders, and Gold Star family members. And the way that we've been able to do that, Don, is that last year alone, we were able to, we had over 10,000 volunteer hours that are here. Is that, as you know, we're a small staff, we're a small team, and we have so many great people here in the community and outside of the community, even outside of the state, that will stop in and help us out.
You've got other events planned. You're talking about some runs and gatherings and a whole schedule of events. Best way for somebody to find out how they can help you and maybe even make a monetary donation.
Absolutely. So our best, most up-to-date information is always on our website, and that's Camp Freedom, PA, as in Pennsylvania.org, and you can get a listing of how you can donate, how you can help us out financially, and then you can also get an up-to-date list of our events. Is that as our events come on, you'll be able to see how you can register for those events or pre-register for those events, and we keep that up to date. Of course, we're all over social media as well, our Facebook and Instagram. You can find us out there as well.
So that was a great event. And Brandon says with the publicity and with all of the good words about what happened there, next year is going to be bigger and better than ever. And of course, who really benefits from this? Camp Freedom. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.